after another week. It is finally Friday.
Finally, we have
I know.
arrived.
On Tuesday, I
Happy
thought it was
Friday.
Wednesday.
It has been another wonky retrograde.
You know,
here we go.
you know what?
Retrograde.
I really feel something is in the air after this past week.
Listen, something has totally been in the air. I promise you, have all complained about being tired this week.
Facebook went down.
Facebook, Instagram went down.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp went down. Zuckerberg lost $7 billion, which I guess doesn't make you feel that bad when you have 140 billion or you're worth 140.
You said
billion.
Facebook went down. My face hasn't went down.
Oh, you know what? Andre, don't do that. That's listen.
Listen, Andre is a trooper. We almost did it.
Yeah, we love you, Dre.
We didn't think Dre
Oh,
was
I
coming in for the
appreciate
show.
that.
We did not think he was coming in, but
I'm
has
here.
Just been, we are so happy to have you back.
Oh, I appreciate
it
that.
really just has been like something crazy. It's been just a weird energy in the air. So we just hope everybody is staying safe, staying out the way. Our editor AJ said, mind your communications and your devices, back everything up. So we're just doing our best to get through the week, guys.
As always.
As always.
Another week.
Another
day,
week.
another dollar, right?
Back it all the way up the best way you can.
Exactly.
Exactly. But speaking of this week, there's a lot of things that we got to touch on. We're talking a professional sports league no longer testing for marijuana. A rock and roll legend has sold her catalog. And we're also, of course, we got to talk about the wedding photographer.
Yes.
But we're starting off with what the entire world is talking about: Squid Games.
Yeah.
Squid Games.
Finally,
Are you buying into the
I
hype
felt-
of Squid
I
Games?
feel like
Alan and Andre, get up right now and play red light, green light.
Well, my mic is sort of on the chair.
yes,
but
I'm
we're
sort of
sorta-
attached to the chair.
Yeah, but
I feel like I'm finally a part of like a wave or something now because I'm not a good binge watcher at all. But I did start the process.
yes, I
on
gave him
this new
homework.
show.
I said, watch Squid
He
Games.
did. He
Did everybody
texted us.
do it? No. But
He texted us. Okay, wait, you guys. In my defense, can I lean on retrograde again?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Okay.
Stop
I
it.
tried. It was a reach. Okay, but no, seriously, my Netflix was not low. I don't know why, and it's paid because
Ashley's
it's my
Netflix
mom's.
mysteriously
Oh my
crashed.
goodness.
You must
It's
be
my
connected to the
mom's
Facebook.
Netflix.
You gotta update your
Mom.
what? You gotta update your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I think it's my TV. Like I need to update the Netflix app because Hulu and Amazon Prime works perfect. I don't know. It's just Netflix. So I don't know.
Well, everyone is obsessed with this show.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna be an all closed caption, but nonetheless, I got through.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the show, the premise of the show, it's originally set in South Korea, I believe.
Yeah, South Korea. Yeah.
So they're doing it in their native language, so the voiceovers don't match the lips, sort of like Money Heist if you're trying to money. But the concept of the show is these people are in a massive amounts of debts and they compete in kids games, games you play while you work it, in order to some of their debt and actually profit a lot of money.
Yeah.
So,
And don't step outside the game or the frame of the game or the line of the game because something could happen to
something
you.
could happen to you. We don't want to spoil anything. Like
Yes.
that's
The spoilers are everywhere already. Once Embracing Black Culture posted, it pretty much is out.
But
and
listen,
about.
you can see the memes and not get the memes because you don't know anything about the characters
Everybody's
on the
Exactly.
talking about it already, so I understand. And somebody was actually telling me that the subtitles, or I had read an article online that said the subtitles actually take away from what the actual.
Well, a lot of things can get lost in translation.
Yeah.
But the concept of the show, I think, is pretty good, and it's interesting because the creator of the show, he was pitching it for like 10 years.
Yeah, and they
like,
turned
nobody
it
was
down.
picking it up
Yeah.
until Netflix picked it up.
Which
and
is
so,
interesting because kind of like not Hunger Games, but like.
Yeah, kind
Like,
of.
yeah.
But you know
I
what?
didn't watch Hunger Games. That's one hype train I did.
Well, me
You're talking
either.
about
But you know
Halloween.
what? I don't think good thing that this creator of the show that he pitched it to someone or a company like Netflix, a streaming service, because you know what? Just a few short years ago, if he tried to pitch it to the studios or to a network, it probably would have made it on television and lasted for an episode or two, and then got canceled because of the viewership anyway. Because the audience, as we know, are online and streaming. But this is interesting that I caught in the headlines yesterday about this show is that Netflix is now editing the Squid Games. It was a phone number
Oh, yeah, the
scene.
phone number, because people are calling the phone number
People
trying to
calling
play the Squid Games.
It was somebody's real phone number, and people were
Yeah.
calling.
What did our dear departed
And did you
Bernie
see? I saw some
Mac know?
flyers in Atlanta of the people doing the Squid Games in Atlanta and in Chicago. People are already trying to. So they got
Yeah.
games like Red Light, Green Light, Tug of War,
Yeah.
the Marble marble games, like different, literally kid games that adults are playing, and people are trying to recreate it. Like,
when Bernie Mac used to look in the camera and go, "America, this is me." America, stop being weird. Like,
no,
stop
it's
calling numbers.
It's a thing.
It's I know, but it's like almost a cult classic now because everyone across the world is watching it.
Yeah, it's a phenomenon. It's a phenomenon.
There we go, phenomenon.
It's a phenomenon. You know what? I can't wait to ride the wave, but I'm definitely not calling the number. I think that starts to get a little weird when we start doing stuff like that.
I mean, it's no different than what was it? Soulja Boy Kiss You Through the Phone. People dialed that number.
Oh goodness.
See, people dialed that number.
Yeah, but it was because he said it in a song. It wasn't like
this is in a show. Like
it's just a different medium.
All right. This week's question is it weird for us to call numbers that we see on a series versus
in a song?
Oh my goodness.
It's kind of weird.
But look, people are going to be attached to wanting to be a part of something. So that's what this all is.
Okay. All right. You guys win.
Yeah,
I didn't even watch it, so.
You need to watch it. Usually, I'm not big on the hype shows. Like, I still haven't seen Game of Thrones. Still haven't seen Anatomy.
I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've
Me
never
either.
seen Grey's Anatomy. You haven't either?
Nope. I've seen maybe one episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Did you guys watch The Office?
No, I could never get into that show.
It's
not funny. Although I will say,
I hope I don't get canceled. But
I will say it's never been funny to me. But recently it came on one day, and I was just like, it was like background noise. I'm like, okay, that was kind of funny. But other than that, it's not funny to me.
The show is hilarious. You have to watch The Office. So there's like, I feel like there's shows that pretty much people talk about all the time. Like you said, it was Game of Thrones, Grey's Anatomy. What's some other ones that people
Breaking Bad. I did watch Breaking Bad.
I didn't watch
I didn't
Breaking Bad.
watch that
I didn't
either.
watch Breaking Bad, but I definitely was one of those people who watched The Office. I really got into Modern Family. That's another. I'm so.
I think those are all like the big shows.
I am such a lonely island in this group. Like, I just kind of want to float off.
The Office. I'm just trying to imagine you sitting there watching The Office.
I love Steve Carell.
Steve Carell was good in that one movie where he played. Did he play God or something? Almighty.
Evan Almighty.
Yeah.
And also John Krasinski, who played Jim. He's extremely talented. Rainn Wilson. John Krasinski. Did you guys ever see The Quiet Place?
No.
Next scene.
Sorry, I haven't seen The Quiet Place.
We're gonna ask you about a whole lot of movies we know you haven't seen.
Yeah, but we're not gonna. That's talk for another day. Talk for another day. One of my favorite movies,
Not too many things shut me up. Not too many things. Quiet.
One of my favorite movies, though, is Like Mike, and our next topic is basketball.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the NBA, which this season is 75th anniversary of this season.
I was trying to see where you were gonna go. I was trying to see where you were gonna go.
I'm setting it up. Just follow me. Bear with me. Walk with me.
Here we go.
The NBA has the NBA has allowed players. Yes. We're gonna edit that part out. Okay? The NBA is now allowing players to use recreational marijuana. So they're no longer testing for marijuana in the drug test. I thought that's pretty cool.
I think it moves right along with where states have been moving anyway when it comes to these laws and regulations.
This is true because it's not legal nationally yet, but in different cities and states.
Yeah, it's legal. Michigan, we are a marijuana legalized recreation state. So I think for me, I think that they should monitor.
Oh yeah, they're still doing that.
Yeah, but marijuana is like, okay.
But you know what? There's still stipulations when it comes to marijuana use, recreational marijuana, medical marijuana, especially like, of course, when you're driving, and also there's workplace restrictions too, like construction sites and you're building things or manufacturing. You can't be under marijuana drugs while you're operating this type of heavy machinery. So when it comes to sports, when it comes to entertainment, I think that's just a different level.
A lot of athletes claim that it helps with their recovery, post game, and things of that nature.
I can see that,
pains, things like that.
Even mentally, a lot of people use marijuana for recreation use to help with their anxiety, to help with feelings of depression, with pain, like you said, with pain treatment, things like that. So I think for us, we should stop looking at it like, well, what I would like people to stop doing is kind of demonizing this herbal thing that comes from the earth that kind of helps people feel and cope as not. It becomes a habit
Yeah, and
more
now
than anything, but it's not like habit.
yeah, and now you're actually seeing a lot of retired NBA athletes like Chris Webber, which you talked about. Andre got a chance. I'm seeing Al Harrington, Allen Iverson partnered with Al Harrington
Darren
as well.
McCarty has a strain
And
of
having their
marijuana.
own strains.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing for the league and moving in the right place for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Snoop Dogg has probably been talking to the league and advising them.
Snoop Dogg, that's funny. Snoop Dogg should come out All-Star Weekend. You know, he's already doing the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
maybe he'll come out and do All-Star Weekend.
We'll
You
see.
know what? I'm sure
Oh,
that,
All-Star Weekend is in Cleveland. I'm not sure it's illegal.
I don't know, maybe LeBron will come out with a strain. Now, I feel like that would.
LeBron
with a strain? Come on, he should do like an indica. Y'all don't know the different strains.
I don't.
Next scene,
A little too
the
deep in the
whole
weeds.
show, we might
A
as
whole
well-
little deep in the weeds for us.
Yeah, deep in the weeds.
Yes,
I see what you did
yes,
there.
yes.
Oh, dad joke. That's hilarious. Well, and other news, rock and roll legend, not the one pictured on my shirt, not him, but Tina Turner is in the headlines because she has sold her music catalog. In addition to selling her music catalog, she's also sold her likeness to music group. Now, I was on the fence about this. I'm like, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Because she doesn't, quote unquote, need the money per se because she married a billionaire. I don't know if you watched the HBO documentary, but married a billionaire. But the thinking is that handing it over to this music, her music,
Something about this does not sit right.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but for me, I feel like historically, I'm not an expert on this, so I'm not like a Rio. I'm not a historian anyway. But I feel like for myself, historically in the past, somebody selling their image, likeness, and their full catalog is not usually like a good thing because aren't they usually fighting to get that back?
Well,
like
no,
their
see,
entire life?
it is unprecedented. I think it's Bob Dylan had also sold his music catalog before, so it's not something that's common.
All I know and care about is that when I want to find some good Tina Turner, I need to be able to look it up and find it and play it. But you know what? Is this something that you really care about when your income is like way up there in the
So,
billions?
yeah,
When you're
well,
married to a billionaire,
well,
do you really
she's
care?
married to a billionaire, that doesn't make her a billionaire.
Yeah, but it's like I would think that when you're an artist, you would care about your music catalog, that being something that you own, that you
would want,
would
right?
want, not something that I'm gonna give out and maybe someone else will preserve it.
I feel the same way. Herb is kind of shaking his head over there. Would you agree that you would want to keep like your?
Yeah, but if you think about it, so much of her music is tied and so pain. Maybe this somewhere like she's 81 now, so maybe about preserving her likeness long term. Maybe she's like other better do that maybe.
I think we are far from protecting the remembrance of pain. It's an Ike Turner meme every other day on Instagram.
I mean, yeah, and to be fair, this catalog is only her solo career, not the Ike.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, I think we all are.
I think
like,
after who's our hometown great who just tried to get her catalog,
Anita
Baker. I think after we saw that, it's just like I think more people came around to like, yeah, I think more and more artists want to keep what's theirs or what they signed on to with these big record labels years ago. They want to start to keep what's theirs and making that work right for them.
Maybe
So
we should try to reach out to like an expert. Maybe that's something we should follow up on. Talk to a music expert and find out like what the things are. Stay tuned.
Yeah, it's weird because at first you always hear people ownership.
yeah.
So to see someone turn it over, like I wonder what was the decision.
Yeah, but if you like it, we love it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And we're rolling.
We're rolling on.
You and these.
Oh, do you
today.
plan these out like a real show? Like, do you get the rundown and it's like, oh, what's the segue we're gonna go
they're just
into?
coming to me
Like,
today. They're coming
relax,
to
big
me.
pun. You are just over there rolling them out.
They're coming to me
I don't
today. I don't know what's
know.
going on.
For sure, we're finally getting to probably what you all been waiting for, the wedding photographer. So, are you all up to date on the wedding photographer story?
Yes.
Of course you're not, Ashley. So, long story short, a wedding photographer was hired by a couple, and that person actually was photography for dogs, dog photographer.
Yeah.
But the couple's on a budget, so they had a friend, and they're like, "Hey, would you mind shooting this wedding?"
Right.
He's like, "Cool. Just throw me $250. I'll shoot it." They're like, "All right, bet." So he shoots all the pre-wedding stuff, the makeup, hair done, all that stuff. So your wedding day is a long day. So it's like 11 a.m. all the way to 7:30 p.m.
It's a thing.
Yeah, so around 5 o'clock he gets hungry, and that's when he sets dinner. So he's like, "All right, cool, let me go grab a plate." They're like, "Actually, we don't have a plate for you." Like, "Oh, cool, no problem. We're just gonna go grab some food. I'll be back in 20 minutes." Like, "Actually, if you leave, I'm not gonna pay you." And he's like, "Well, tell me if I leave, I'm not getting paid." Yeah. So he deletes the photos.
Delete.
And then just says, "I'm out," and just leaves and goes on about his business. And this whole story happened on Reddit. So it's caught national headlines, obviously, because we're talking about it. And people are trying to say, is the photographer wrong for deleting the photos? Was he justified?
His actions were justified because you didn't even have a plate for the man.
Yeah, okay, so for me, it's like y'all couldn't have set him a chicken breast or something to the side. And then also, so let me get this straight. He wasn't paid beforehand.
No, he wasn't paid beforehand because remember, he's doing friends a favor.
So wait, I'm helping you out. Can't afford a traditional photographer, which is no shame in that. You get married at whatever financial. So I say that I'm gonna be able to do this for $250.
$250.
You don't save me any food. You don't allow me to go eat, and you're threatening now not to pay me if I myself. You don't know if he has low blood sugar. He could have diabetes. Anything could be.
And they're supposed to not be strangers. Like, they're
Yeah,
supposed to
we're
sort of
not
be
even
friends.
friends.
Like,
And what part of this is about the dogs? Where do the dogs come into play here?
He's a dog.
he's a dog photographer. So he shoots dogs. He doesn't shoot dogs, but he takes pictures of dogs.
This is such a silly episode.
There's actually a dog groomer.
Let me tell you
but
something.
In the business
Let me
of
tell you
dog grooming,
something.
they take pictures.
So this wedding had probably more plans or money for dog food than they did actually having money for this man to have food on his plate. But anyhow, you could at least have first of all, he's helping y'all, like you said.
Yeah.
So he's volunteering his time, and he's not even asking for money up front. And then you bring him over, you don't have food ready for him, and he said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna just leave and come back, perhaps go get food, of course."
Yeah.
And you say, "You can't leave. Bounce. I'm out." And your photos is
Wait a minute.
as if I never, as if
I can't
we're
even
done.
go
And
get a little 4 for 4 real quick.
your
Like,
wedding
that
never
is just-
existed.
Bruh, I can't get a check fix, something.
Your wedding never existed.
You
I'm
know
sorry.
what, people? I think we are getting to a place in life. This is off the top of my head. I hear that it really is starting to make me think: is the world starting to normalize and unhealthy selfishness? Like, I think there.
I hate the word normalized. but
Like,
continue.
I hate normalized too, but I think that something in that to me strikes a more emotional chord because it's like, yo, that is so selfish.
Yeah, selfish, entitled.
Like,
It's selfish.
wait a minute.
Like Herb, you're a photographer. You would probably.
Why is her?
Herb's like, don't bring me into
Herb,
this.
you're on the show
I
now.
feel like 250 is pretty low
For a wedding.
Very low.
250 wouldn't get you past the shooting of the ring. Currently, well, my sister is currently looking for wedding photographers, and some of these photographers that have been looked at are well into the thousands of dollars for the day. Like, the low end is like $2,500, $3,000.
Yeah.
So for me to say that I'm gonna shoot your entire wedding day for $250 and you don't save me a scoop of mashed potatoes,
Yeah.
kick rocks.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
First of all, my favorite reaction was the reactions online. People were like, obviously, this wasn't a black family. Because you have tweets like, If it was a black wedding, he would have left drunk with at least another job offer and 3 to go.
Okay.
This is true.
And somebody's girlfriend.
Take
Listen,
the food.
if you do
Take the
anything-
food to go.
Yes, if you
Don't
do
leave it
anything good
behind.
around black people, they're gonna ask for a referral. They're
Yeah.
gonna like, I want you to come and do my thing.
Yes.
They gonna follow you on the
They
side.
gonna follow
They
you. What's
gonna
your
call you and
Instagram?
text you. That's
They
one
gonna call
thing I
you.
love
Yes.
about black people. Once they find out that you do something, like if you tell them like, oh, I work in social media, they like, I got a social media. I need you. Cause see, you know, you'll never hear from them
You
again.
parted
but
ways
it's
with this
nice.
photographer, like
Yes,
nothing
and
to
black
give him
people
at
get
all.
offended if you don't eat. If it's
Yes.
a baby shower, if it's a wedding, if it's a birthday party, if somebody there and they don't eat, oh no.
And
Don't
why-
let it be an elderly person find out you don't eat. They about to have a stroke.
Right,
like,
right.
You're like, oh Lord, the baby ain't
Oh
eat.
Lord.
It
like
don't work.
I don't know what it was like to be at my grandfather's wedding, or my grandparents' wedding, because let me tell you, every time I come over their house, they're making sure that I eat. Like Andre, you ate some? Like they were like, so at a wedding, it's just like we got all this food. Well, I don't know, they were on a
Actually, my
budget.
grandparents' anniversary. Happy
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
Oh,
to
happy
my
anniversary!
granddad.
Happy anniversary! But you know, I don't understand the story.
And
Oh,
imagine
what's
having to go online and say, hey, anybody got pictures of my wedding? Because
Speaking of, and see, I
They
wouldn't.
better use some iPhone cameras.
I wouldn't want for at my wedding people to be taking pictures at my wedding
you
anyway.
want people taking pictures at your wedding?
No, because
just
that's
want
what
phones?
that's what I hired the official photographer for.
Oh my gosh.
No,
I've
the
gone to a
pictures-
no-phones wedding.
I
First
went
of
and
all,
I actually
because-
love that idea. I went to one in New Orleans
went-
for my friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
They had a no phones wedding.
No
Oh,
phones
this
wedding,
is-
and it actually worked
Oh,
because
okay, but
you,
it's just
we,
the ceremony, not the reception.
not the reception, just the
ceremony.
ceremony,
Okay,
because
you
that's a
know-
special
I could
moment, and you
do
want
the
that taken from the
ceremony.
official photographer.
You know, I feel like, in the words of her, don't underestimate the power of using your iPhone.
No.
Oh, did you get the memo?
Don't underestimate
Yes.
the power of an iPhone camera, but also to your point, I can see. So I was thinking in my mind that the reception was like no phones only
Mm-mm.
as well. So, but the idea of a ceremony, it is so intimate
Yes.
and beautiful.
Mhm.
So I could
Well-
see, like, if I'm experiencing this kind of intimate moment with my partner, that I don't really want to probably look over and see you being like,
Yeah, because you
They getting your hashtags up, though.
no,
What if
they
you
can
got a
do that. They
hashtag
can,
at your
they can
wedding?
do that at the reception. Because here's the thing: in that moment that's so special that you hold close, and you
Yeah.
want you want your special people around you, family and friends. You want for them to be able to take it in as well, not all in their phone, because they're missing the moment.
so where'd y'all put your phones?
So we're saying no phones
They
at the
could have
ceremony.
perhaps in your pocket, but it was explicit. Don't bring it out.
Videotape.
Okay, so we're saying no phones at the ceremony. Phones are currently.
That's for the official
Yes.
photographer who's getting paid a lot of
fair.
money.
Are you gonna have a hashtag? You got a hashtag?
We had a hashtag, and we celebrated that moment in other ways before and after the wedding.
Okay, at your wedding, do you have a hashtag already picked out?
Do you have a
No.
hashtag?
I got inspired
Okay,
too.
you couldn't wait.
You
Right,
ready? You
right,
ready?
right,
What's your
right.
hashtag?
You ready? Hunt, love, eternal.
Lovey. I thought you were really gonna say something like
It's my last name.
I thought
It's
you
a
know.
hunt, love, eternal.
You
That's
know
it.
what would have been better? Hunted her down.
Nah.
Come on.
Nah.
Hunting her down.
Nah. I
Hunting
gotta.
her down.
Nah.
Like,
That's
He
terrible.
was like, I thought you were really good.
That's terrible.
Don't let
I like
my
it. I kind of like that. Honey,
Hunt,
her.
love, eternal. It sounds like we're gonna take glamour shots at sea. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow. What that was my
Wow.
plan.
That's so
What's
bold.
wrong with this serious photo shoot?
So bold.
No,
Hello.
sir.
We have fans who join us sometimes.
Andre, he's on the phone. Why would you make us turn
But
around?
hunted her down. That's the hashtag. You can with me. Hunted her down.
Okay, let's vote on this. Alan's last
Well, she
name
definitely
is
don't want her to hunt you down.
Alan's last name is Hunt. So should
We
he
need a hashtag.
choose hashtag hunted her down or hashtag hunt love
Love
eternal?
eternal.
Let us know. We're gonna put up a poll because I think hunted
Or
her
if you
down-
have another suggestion, I'm open. I have time. Not anytime soon. So if you got
I
a
can't
hashtag.
come up with a hashtag for me getting married because I think it depends on whose ever last name I'm. No,
That's true.
so
I'm trying to think.
I
That's a
don't
good. that's a good thing for me to think about. Ash.
Hashtags. All the kids are doing it nowadays. You gotta come up
know.
with one.
Hashtag.
I love me some Ash.
And on that note, let's have.
Well, we can just wrap. We can just wrap on that.
We're gonna wrap up. We have certainly had fun today on this Friday. And we hope
finally.
that you had some fun with us because it was a long week. So we want you to be
Yes.
safe. you know, thank you
Yes.
for tuning in with us today.
Stay safe and check us out next week.
Have a great weekend, you guys.